Gemma more
This
times do
hell.
6 things at once. This whole stream. There's no D&D. Just me doing dumb shit.
Okay.
AML is going to be cynical for a while.
Fat. Right.
Wasn't the last thing that happened Gemma tried to fuck Krampus?
Yeah.
Just a quick recap there, sorry.
Yeah,
Stole
last...
a cookie from Sean's mouth.
Yeah.
She did that perv cookie steal. Did that Tamaki
And
Suo move.
technically,
No, I don't think I
Renee,
didn't see
me
that.
and you and the entire party are now can be suspicious of Sean.
Yeah, I've got to talk to you, Rita.
Yeah?
We're talking in private, away from the group, so I'm
Answer
going
my question and stop being a dodgy bitch then.
I will pose an offer to you. You convince Avril to shut the fuck up and leave me alone.
I literally told the entire party already, you sponge.
No, you said there's something suspicious.
I
He
said,
announced it to the whole party.
I said either one of the two things. Either you're on drugs, or he isn't what he seems.
Yeah. So, I need to talk to Rita in private, away from Avril and everyone else. Sure.
Sure.
Sure, go on, have your conversation.
Okay.
Come on.
Rita, I'll make
Yeah.
you an offer. I'll tell you the truth if you don't tell anyone else and you get Avril to leave me alone.
I'm not sure I get the best deal here.
You get answers.
Yeah, or I could just have Avril on your case and he'll get me the answer.
You can't tell, but I click finger gun. But
Damn it. What would make this a better deal?
How about...
Renee, I have an idea. Take his deal, but roll me a die.
oh no.
Is it worth it?
RN Jesus, our Lord and Saviour, hallowed be thy name. Look, I've done nothing wrong this week. I've had a hard week. Come on, RN Jesus.
8.
Damn, wanted me to roll a die. I don't know what I'm even rolling for
I
anymore.
don't want to know what the outcome is. I want to know at the same time.
DM?
Is DM dead?
DM's laughing. I don't... Okay.
Oh god.
Oh. Okay, I take your deal.
Yeah, I'm assuming me and Vila walked a fair distance.
Yeah,
away.
yeah, we're a fair distance away. They can't hear us. Wait.
Can
Yeah,
I see?
yeah. You can stand with your back to them so they can't read your lips.
I'm definitely not gonna have Nevermore flying around.
No,
in this
Richard,
way.
good.
No, leave it. Richard.
No, I'm not going. Oh no, I just literally found out that Nevermore can mimic. So
Okay, come on,
I
Sean.
can have just ominous whispering coming from.
Go on,
around.
Sean, tell me the truth.
I'm gonna just make my face change into a changeling face.
That means nothing to me on the premise of I'm an idiot.
So basically,
Gonna
your
have to
face
use
just
words.
disappeared.
Yes.
Holy fuck, Sean Slenderman.
I just put an arm out spookily.
I mean, technically,
so
if
he's
your
a
clothes are big enough, you
changeling.
could turn into Slenderman.
No, that would be a bad idea. I'll probably end up between my trousers somehow.
Okay, so Sean Slenderman.
I'm just
Okay. Well, now they've had that little chat. I will do my actual recap.
Yeah.
So you landed in a new area after Santa magically poofed you out of his home for destroying his family, murdering his drinking buddy, and so on and so forth.
Correction, trying to fuck his drinking buddy, Gemma.
She couldn't help it.
Do you have anything to say in your defense?
Oh my god, that truck is an idiot.
That's enough defense.
What? I got tagged in a video. And it's a stupid driver. All the apples are on the floor now.
Okay. So anyway, and you are now.
You sound high.
What do you mean? I'm tired.
Nick,
My arm
can
hurts.
I backflip back to the group, please?
Yeah.
I'd like to full on backflip. Do I have to roll a dex check or anything, or you just gonna let me backflip?
Acrobatics.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I was
plus 3.
once we finish the conversation, we would just head back normally, but nope. acrobatics checks all
I
the
mean,
way.
did Sean
And
does the
I would
sickest
like
backflip?
backflip all of the way back from where Sean and I were
And-
to the group.
and 1, 2, 3,
Land
3
in
back.
front of Avril with jazz hands.
No.
Right.
Let me finish this. It is. So 1, 2, 3. You backflip all the way back, landing on Avril's horns. Kind of
Okay.
pissing him off, but
I,
Well, I mean,
I'd like to lean down into
some
Avril's
fucker just
face
landed
and
on my
very
head,
loudly,
so you know.
in a very loud, very clear, very realer voice. Holy fuck, guys! He's a changeling!
I cast.
Well, that's not surprising.
I cast Anzanga's Scorcher just at Avril and Reela for that.
you cast what?
Zergle, Zergan, Skirgle, Flurgan?
You cast.
Say,
You
No.
don't have any spell slots
Okay.
left. I haven't refreshed your
took a
page.
long rest.
Wait, yeah, you didn't.
1 second. What's he casting?
Second level spell.
and-
Fire.
Anazar's Scorcher.
I can't say it.
His second level spell. A fire spell.
You want to really crack.
Does nobody remember that I said from the start I'm not putting in friendly fire on this one?
So basically, he does it, but it does nothing.
Okay, I'm not casting it then. Fine.
No, you cast it.
No,
Ca-
you
press-
cast it. Get rid
Use
of
your
the
spell
spell
slot. You cast it, it does nothing. Use
If you
the
wanted
spell.
to be a dick, you can take the feet.
But anyway,
Oh, you're being worse. Why did you have to say anything?
Because I rolled. You know when Nick had me roll?
Yeah.
It was
Are you going to
basically a
keep-
save to see if I could lie or not to you.
So
An
Decem-
8 should have failed, surely.
if you want to add, which one was I adding? I think I ended up going with deception on Renee. I can't remember.
So it's a 9, which is almost halfway, which is
But-
fairly fair.
And from the rule discovering that me and Richard do between sessions, blurting out a secret to someone's not really a hard task.
That's not.
the hyperactive, excitable elf
Hold
is
on.
the one you told, and you didn't
Hold
expect.
on.
Oh my god! Holy hell!
Hold on. If she was lying to me, surely I would have had to make a roll.
No. The
I
problem
mean, she wouldn't have
is,
been lying to you.
I wasn't lying to you. What happened was,
You
it was
lied.
the question was, do you want to tell the essentially hyperactive 4-year-old who's eating a bag of Skittles your secret and expect that they wouldn't get excited and tell the closest thing to an adult they have near them, e.g. Avril?
Ugh.
She's got
And the role was, are you an excited child?
Like,
Yes.
can you keep a secret?
Can you keep a
No.
secret? No. No, I can't. Therefore,
I'm gonna make your life difficult.
yeah, you and what army you guys in my snake that still hates you.
Renee, DM would like to add to Sean's "I'll make your life difficult." Hell just hears that whisper. Well, you're screwed now.
Shut it. You
Have
have
a
no
challenge?
He's going
Yeah.
crazy again.
I told you I wasn't on drugs. Just saying.
Well, you know, there is one thing now. We have an advantage with him actually, not being a dumbass. He can use some of those fancy changeling abilities to aid us in the adventure now.
Maybe it could be to smooth over things with that elf he killed.
You know. I'm pretty sure that ship sailed.
Anyway, back to where we were.
Don't just kill you at some point.
Fight me.
Looking around, you notice a large standing pole next to you with the sign bus stop. You seem to have landed at some form of way station.
Oh yeah, we're at the bus. I love buses. They're great.
For all intensive purposes, for this adventure, we're heading south. So
Yay, south.
disregard what's above, what's north. However, upon heading south, you see there are roadblocks on either turn, meaning you can only head west on the options that you have.
What are these roadblocks made of?
rubble, corpses, various things.
Destruction.
Can I rifle through the roadblock if it's made of a pile of random junk?
No,
Anything interesting?
not really.
Damn.
Just the occasional gear stick, broken limb.
How many spells do I have?
Oh, does anyone need the fucking
don't have
the immediate healing spell?
Yeah, the two healers might wanna.
We had a long rest. We're chill.
Anyway.
Oh no, I didn't mean you guys. I meant the pile of limbs.
I mean, I probably need a resurrection spell rather than healing, but you know. Again, my wizard level hasn't gone up yet, so I can't do that for them.
Anyway,
Can I ask a question, Nick?
sure.
Wizard level.
If someone was doing a pickpocketing check, what would someone have to do a saving throw against it or something?
Dex save.
Yeah.
Or more of a possibly against their perception.
I was thinking perception.
Yeah. Perception's
What
probably.
did you want to pickpocket, Satan?
I'm saying nothing.
I'd say if they're
He's trying
pickpocketing
to
someone, it
pickpocket
go
me.
their passive perception plus their perception modifier against a sleight of hand check.
Possibly. Right, anyway, here we go. So, noticing roadblocks in most directions, you take the western path.
Yay, yes.
You're taking a nice leisurely stroll down it, noticing it's not. You don't seem to be in that heavily populated area right now. And
A bunch of trees.
you, after a few minutes, you notice what seems to be like a parking lot sort of thing.
A parking lot.
It's where you park the circle horses.
Of course.
And in the wall at the far end of the parking lot, there is a hole.
Oh great, a hole in the wall.
How big is the hole?
Big enough for people to fit through.
How big people?
Does it look like a large loxodon could go through there?
No.
Does it look like Void's gonna have to crouch?
You're all pretty much the same height, if I remember all your
I'm
details.
5 foot nothing, dude.
Yeah, you can get through it easily. Everyone else may just have to duck a little bit.
Fair.
So, does the party wish to go through the hole?
You know me, love a good hole.
And so it begins.
Why not?
So you head
Oh, I'm so funny.
across the parking lot, or whatever we want to refer to it as,
Circle horse parking spaces.
and you come out onto what seems to be a bit of a pathway. Looking around, you see that it appears to be a graveyard.
Oh yeah, graveyards. They're always fun. You wanna go grave robbing?
Well, you might.
She might go for the teeth.
Well, I mean, the dude who's possibly a descendant of Satan, you know.
But anyway, so as you step in, once the last party member's in, you not only noticing it's a graveyard, you can hear two distinct, different sets of noises.
Oh yeah.
1 minute, I have to turn my piece of paper around for this. Coming from somewhere off to your left, you hear a scream.
Oh yeah. The scream.
It's not the sort of scream of a person. It's more blood
It's
curdling.
more like a reed.
We're gonna fight a banshee. Is that what that is?
Oh, that's definitely a banshee, but is it like a reed?
I suppose you could
Let's
describe.
scream.
No,
Be quiet.
I want a voice for this. Thanks. Anyway, however, off to your right, you hear the unmistakable sound of chanting.
Oh yay, more cultists.
Keep away from
Cultist,
guessing.
cultist.
So now you have sort of two options. You can either keep following the path forward, let's say, and sort of curves to the left, or you can take the path that leads to the right.
Oh god.
Thank you, Gemma. Thank you.
like
Too tired
50
to
billion.
respond verbally.
The boy just ignored me. It's okay.
Oh wow, you got Renee's 3 message at a time thing. You're tied for first place now.
What?
But anyway, so yes,
Think about it.
you can
We stopped the human sacrifice.
wait. What are you counting
Not
as?
necessarily human sacrifice, you know. We just
I'm
did chanting
sorry.
and
Okay, you had me at
Steven
human
speech.
sacrifice. If these guys are real Satanists, they won't be sacrificing humans. Got you there.
But-
Well, I mean, it wasn't a human scream; it was a blood curdling.
I was gonna say, wait a minute, we're technically not human. Oh shit.
But yes,
So
you,
go-
Actually, yeah. No one here is human.
Turn around, touch the ground.
That's not it.
so
Let's dex roll for that
That's Satan,
turnaround.
so what direction do we wish to head? Forward and to your left, or follow it round to your right?
I
Which
wanna
way?
go wherever the
Which way is
scream was.
things are coming from?
The scream was somewhere off to your left.
I was gonna say, I'm
Okay.
trying
What about
to
the chanting?
hold
Is it in
on,
the
hold on,
same
hold on,
direction?
hold on. I'm trying to visualize where we technically are in real
In the
life.
cemetery.
So to get out of the cemetery, we will need to go left.
Oh, I may have fucked with the design a little bit.
Bastard!
you don't know
Oh,
where we're
okay.
going.
Well, either way, we have to go left because one, you want us to go left, and two, to get out of the.
Like, is the chanting coming from the same place as the scream?
No.
Okay, is that coming from the other side?
Yeah, you've got scream to your left,
Right.
chanting to your right. I kind of sketched out a section of the graveyard and messed with it a bit.
Is there
Wait,
like
no,
walls in the
screams
way, or
don't
can we like
change
peek
it.
over to see what the dweebs are doing?
No, it's not dark, but well, actually no. If we go with what time of day it presently is right now, yes, it's dark. You can't see fuck in front of your nose unless you've got dark
No
vision.
one has dark vision.
But no, you are not close enough to see. You are not close enough to see the source of the screaming or the source of the chanting.
Okay,
I
well,
could
if you
have
messed
left a
about
million
with.
out the way, but I really don't want to.
It's not entirely because it's a graveyard. Some of the paths I couldn't see properly, so
It's okay. I'm just thinking, if you've messed about with the design a bit, we'll go right because normally where I think you've entered us.
So we're gonna head towards the cult.
I'm just saying, but like where I think you've entered us, I think did you enter us from the park?
yeah,
Like you did.
yeah, from up there.
With the, yeah, with the parking bay. So it sounds like we're basically on the farthest side of the graveyard.
Yes.
Okay, and if you've messed about with the design, I can't really take us to the legit exit, which would be left. But
I mean, we'll just wander around and hope we find the way out. You know.
yeah, we could do that.
Anyway,
I mean, you've got your magical metal detector on your arm if we need to find the thing where we're going. You know.
screen. Let's go to the screen.
I said the cult. Cult sounds fun.
So that's one for scream, one for cult. Reeler.
Green is left, cult is right.
I
by the
want
way.
both, so I don't think I should.
And we can go to both, just one after the other. You know. Which one do you want to go to first?
I would rather go to
Screaming.
the screen so we can make sure that's not nothing.
Oh no, cultist teeth.
I can give. Would you?
I vote cult.
Cult it is.
Well, I was gonna say, looking at my doodle and maybe the map, those with dark vision might be able to see that there's a mausoleum in up ahead.
In the
Is that-
direction
which way is that?
Which direction? Just straight forward, or?
Well, to get to the scream, you kind of got to go forward and left.
Okay, so we basically have to go to the mausoleum and left to the scream, or to the right for the cult.
I say mausoleum first, then cult. If we're going to go to the cult,
Call
Why
the
not?
mausoleum. What if
Grave
we get
Robin.
stuck in the mausoleum?
We could. That is a possibility.
say since I've been outvoted on going to the cult, I say let's just go to the mausoleum and see what's there first.
Yeah, we'll send you in, and if you don't get killed immediately, then we'll go in.
Is that everybody's decision then? Okay.
Mausoleum. Woo.
So you follow the path down, and you get to the entrance to the mausoleum. Now you
Can I quickly say I have lit a torch?
I mean, I
yes.
can make you light up again if you want.
Oh, I can make it myself.
Anyway, you get to the path that leads to the mausoleum, and the path is heading to your left again. Great. I'm literally turning the sketch as I say this, so I get directions right. So you have the mausoleum to your right and a path leading to your left, and it sounds like the screeching, screaming is coming from down the left path.
Since we agreed to go to the start off here at the mausoleum. Mausoleum. Do you want me to go first?
Well, where are you going?
Mausoleum.
See, can we go in the mausoleum? Like, is there a door?
Yeah, you can get into the mausoleum.
Do it. Grave robbing time.
And by the way, the cult's in the complete opposite direction to where you guys went, so...
Yeah.
Which is what we're saying. We'll go to the mausoleum first, then we'll go to the cult, then we'll check out the scream. You know?
Why don't
Go the most convoluted way possible.
Yeah, doubling back on yourselves.
Push open the
Back is fine.
Anyway, so... I mean, there was no need to open the door. It seemed to be open ajar anyway.
push it further open.
Encouraging.
You gotta look in.
There are dead bodies walking around.
If only you knew.
I want the instructions that Void is loitering somewhere at the bag having the time of his life.
Yeah, Void is loitering.
Because finally no one has said Void go first, and I feel that's really
Yeah,
important.
because everyone would have voted me to
Well, I
go
mean, we voted Sean going first, so
Anyway, so
yeah. Sean, open the door.
Hell enters the mausoleum
No,
and...
no. I push open the door. I never said enter.
Like, look in the doorway.
Yes. I'm not going.
We ain't having no repeat of that demon incident.
Oh, speaking of demons, a certain someone never attempted anything this time around. Or is she too asleep to remember?
Oh no. Shush.
Jet, you haven't done your D&D ritual of, you know...
Move out the way.
Everyone take like 10 feet back from John.
I dive into the mausoleum.
Yes!
It's probably safer to be fair.
So I see her pulling out the cards. I just dive into them.
Wait 1 minute, I actually now have to take the time and find my... There it is.
Oh,
Find your
did anybody see the cards that I found today?
Yes, I did see your playing cards you found.
I found a gaming cafe and the cards were there, and I was just like,
Oh, Drenzel.
So what happens now that we've done the mausoleum? to
it wa-
escape?
he-
But wait a minute. Shouldn't Shax be the king of spades on the premise of Shax and... Alright.
Anyway,
well,
Shax is the
I'm
eight.
just gonna say, as context as well, all the jacks were so Aldrin, all the queens were Mara, all the kings were.
Fair,
Okay.
fair.
I think Shax was like a 10 or something, so he was close. He was there.
That is right. Shax is a 10.
anyway.
Who
so-
goes first?
Wait, question. Is she doing her magical thing of doom that she likes doing?
What, drawing a card.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, as Sean saw her pull out the card, he dove into the mausoleum.
Got you.
Probably paper. So you want to do Jabba's card drawing first, or what happens to
It
Sean?
says card drawing.
Card drawing first.
Okay. Now, boys and girls, let's see what
Jack of
happens when
Diamond.
that card is drawn.
Jack of Diamonds. Star. Star. If I can read. Increase one of your ability scores by 2. The score has exceeded 20, but you can't exceed 24.
Okay, so basically pick one of your strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma to add 2 to.
Okay, I'll add 2 to my dexterity, please.
Got you.
Now, how
Add
dare
that other modifier, Nick. Just +2.
Yeah, no, I'm going into a character to...
But now, the fun game. How dead is Sean?
What did happen? What happened to Sean?
Unfortunately for everybody playing with this,
So while all this is going on, I'm just arranging a drinking session with my mates on Friday.
fair. Anyway,
I want to kill myself.
well, Sean diving into the into the mausoleum didn't really do much.
Okay, so James Bond villain type of
Minus
sent him to the ground.
minus the fact that he may have knocked his head off the corner of a coffin stand in the middle, but that's about it.
Well, at least we know that's
holding the torch in one hand, just holding
But he does get up stumbly and sees that the coffin stand has been pushed aside.
by my head or by something else.
No, it looks like it's been that way for a while.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good to
And-
know
And as people guessed, there does appear to be a passageway underneath it leading down.
I found something, and my head hurts.
Oh,
Yeah, they just come in. I'm
do you have a boo boo?
Wait.
I'm trying to do a straight line.
Yeah.
How much bludgeoning damage?
2. he got a slight cut on his head.
Take 2 bludgeoning damage.
I'm down to 24. I'm lying on the floor next to the coffin with the torch in the air. When I say I found my head hurts, I found something.
Do the rest of you now go inside?
Yeah, I guess we can go.
Yeah.
So you now stood in the mausoleum looking at this staircase.
I'm not going first this time.
Push him first.
Follow me.
Cause I said so.
Because you're in front.
Or you make me go on. As soon as Void moves, I'm going to just go down there before he tries it. It'll probably hurt me as well.
Is that it?
He's
Wait.
smart.
Out of curiosity, what is the order people are walking down these stairs?
Void first.
No,
He was at
stop
the back.
making Void go first. He's at the back.
Nerd first, then.
We got you there.
Why would you let us? Why? My
Jerd's walking hand in hand with Orally.
my precious boy,
Oh
no!
my god, can I have his other hand? Dad can ride on my wolf.
Oh fuck! I forgot about all these.
Oh yeah, she has a
Boy,
wolf.
don't go nowhere.
Does Jerd want to ride on my direwolf?
Gemma has that method as well.
Right, for this
You guys are gonna start a farm.
for all intensive purpose, the pets haven't come inside the mausoleum. It'd be a bit crowded. They stood guard outside.
Old MacDonald had a farm. Yeah.
Little hyper reeler had a farm. Anyway,
Rena and Orly had a farm. Yeah.
anyway.
And on this one they had a judge.
Okay.
Somebody doesn't like fun.
Anyway, so are we heading down these stairs?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
There's probably no. It's about enough room for one buff person to go down on their own, and then however behind. So
Sean's going first.
No, I'm not.
I think you've been outvoted.
Try and
Shoving you first.
whoever does it better make a stealth, not stealth, a strength
Stealth.
check.
Void, if you don't mind.
I jump down the thing away from.
Right, who's following Sean?
Me and Graham.
Graham?
My wolf.
No, the
Don't-
animals are outside. Room.
The animals are standing guard outside.
Then he best be good. Don't you dare hurt my dog or I will crush you, Nick.
I'm going down the stairs.
Are you Nick?
Who's following Reela?
No, just look at Void's roll. 22.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, you got a strength check.
No, I didn't roll.
Boy.
No, you're not.
Very
No.
these numbers.
Jeremy, you weren't supposed to
No, don't
roll.
worry
That
about
was just Void's strength check to
You don't need to roll anything.
Sorry, I'm out. I'm out of it.
Anyway, who's following after?
Gemma can go
R-
next.
Rene- yeah. Okay.
I'll go after that, and Void can be at the back.
Wait, what? Where am I next?
Just order of people walking downstairs.
Because you kind of seem dazed, and I'm gonna shove you. So let's
No,
go.
don't push me. I'll fall.
Anyway, so you head down the stairs, and as you're heading down the stairs, you do hear a slight groaning noise.
Agreed.
Why did we have to send the guy with no radiant powers first?
Oh yeah, Void can do radiant damage now.
But anyway, so you walk downstairs, and as you get to the foot of the stairs, you notice up ahead there seems to be a few cages. So there's with a pathway leading down the middle. You've got 2 cages on either side, as well as there being a slightly open door on your right. in the closest cage, on your left, you hear the source of the groaning. There happens to be 2 ghouls sat in the cage.
Yay,
Yeah.
ghouls! I love ghouls. They're not at all creepy. I can't remember. The
Wait, are we
ghouls,
talking like typical fantasy ghouls?
Yes, pretty much.
Or, oh, okay.
Not
or
like
anime-
some Tokyo ghoul shit, G.
I was about to say, or anime
No,
ghouls.
they're not wearing masks.
Kaneki Ken is not sat in there with a cup of tea like Eve.
Why not?
Well, other than the ghouls, there seems to be a person cowed in the back corner of said cage.
That guy's me.
Can I just
Probably trying to
press
try
Mage Hand to use it to tap him
Hello,
on the shoulder?
sir.
Wait, Sean, what was that?
Can I use Mage Hand to tap him on the shoulder?
What?
If he's in the cage?
The guy carrying in the corner with the ghouls.
Yes. I want to see what happens.
You want to, Sean? Do you really want to do that?
Sean, roll me a strength check.
Piss.
Remember, I'm using Mage Hand.
I know, just
strength check.
just roll me a strength check.
Oh no! Please don't kill this one, Sean.
Shush.
I mean,
Adding
if it's trying to do anything that weighs over 10
no.
pounds, it can't do anything.
12 if it's plus the modifier.
Can we put a vote of no confidence on Sean at some time?
Don't. No.
So you you use your mage hand to reach in, and you pat this guy on the shoulder. His arm falls off,
Okay then,
Solid.
that's sorted.
though he still seems to be alive.
Can I use it to
Okay,
slap him?
so he's a weirdo. Got it.
Actually, no, I got a better idea.
Hold
Have
on, no, guys, do you mind if I give this a try?
you- Go on.
Yeah.
I have a backup
Excuse me, sir, are you okay?
His
Yeah, he's armless.
Hold on. Does Avril say that?
Yes.
No, I just
No,
out of
yes,
character.
Richard, do
No,
it.
wrong voice.
Okay, then put it in the voice. 'Cause it's
I
someone
cannot
needs to
because I
be.
cannot do the 2 accents at the time.
anyway. His head kind of turns with a slight gurgle, and he does say he's okay.
Mostly.
Okay.
But-
Do you
Not
need some
seem
help?
okay.
Well, Avril pointed out that he does not seem okay. And
Cleric, if that helps.
from what you can wait, you have night vision. You're an elf.
I've been a cleric for
Everyone
almost
but
10
Sean
minutes.
has night vision and Sean has a torch.
Everyone, Sean, he can't hear this.
But anyway, what you can notice is that he seems to have started to turn, but hasn't turned.
So he's like half of a zombie.
Hey Void, do you have some purifying light shit you can use on this guy? Maybe unghoul him a little?
No, that'll just kill him. Like that.
I mean, I've got
Yeah.
one spell that stops corpses from turning into undead, but
That could help.
yeah, but it only works for 10 days, so he and he has coins over his eyes. And I don't think he's a corpse yet.
That's awfully specific.
I'd like it to be, I'd like it completely canon the fact that we are all stood in a huddle at this point.
You stood in a huddle at the start in front of this cage.
One of those meetings in basketball or something.
Well, considering one second.
We're all in this
To-
together. Jesus.
With your billing in a huddle, the ghouls changed their attention and are now reaching through the bars.
You know, there's
Nick,
bars.
can I do a perception check on the room? Just what else is in here?
You're not in a room, you're in a corridor with cages on either side.
Oh, I thought we were in like a small
No.
room with cages. Oh, no.
No.
Also, you'd be trashing it because you'd have to minus because you don't have night vision.
He's got a torch lit though.
So.
So cage either side.
There are cages on either side, yes.
How high is the corridor?
Oh my god, Sean, what the fuck are you trying to do?
He's gonna try and fly over it.
You know what, if he turns into a bat, I'm fucking letting the snake eat him.
I mean, technically, Sean can only see 40 feet, so you know. Anything
Yeah.
outside of 40 feet, he can't see.
Anyway,
We can.
how high is the corridor?
No.
About
Corridor. How are you?
About 7 foot.
Okay, that's gonna hurt if I try and climb. Anyone got
Wait,
any...
who's tall?
Me.
Okay, stand still. I'm gonna climb on your shoulders.
I'm 6'3".
I'm gonna climb on
Better
your
than nothing.
shoulders. Did I fucking stutter?
Roll me in athletics.
Do I have to roll strength?
No.
Piss. No, I can't climb on your shoulders, mate.
You try
I fall off.
no, you try climb up, but you get to the top. But because you're hunched over that much because of the the fact that
We only have like a foot of room, yeah.
there's only about a foot above him, you kind of topple forward, falling off of his shoulders, landing
Sean,
face down.
Roll a quick deck save for me.
No.
Gotcha.
No.
You can, me.
Die. I push
Wow.
it further towards the ghouls.
Jesus.
It's just like an illusion,
Can I hold up? Wait. I do have one more roll to make if Nick doesn't mind. Could
Don't be taking me with you.
no.
really. Can you do that judo thing where she grabs your arms and flips
No.
you?
I'm gonna roll
To the other side.
2d4. 5. Could I do 5 of poison damage to Sean, please?
Snack.
Snack.
I'm just gonna note. I said at the start.
It isn't technically friendly fire. It's the snack.
Snack's outside.
No, snack is wrapped around my wrist as per usual. It's like 2 feet long. Do you want to calm your tits?
It's like the way Nevermore usually is perched on perched on one of my horns.
Oh well.
So Sean, snack.
DM's gonna allow it.
Take 5 damage off Sean.
However,
Hit me first.
right. Assuming, no.
No, the snake, because of the snake's passive.
Like you're right.
The
there,
snake,
hey,
the snake don't like you anyway. Remember, Sean.
Okay, I'm now down to 19.
It's fine.
Sean, you're lucky I didn't have it bite you rather than poison damage, because otherwise you would be down a lot more.
Anyway,
You're now in front of me because you fell forward.
Yeah, I'm landed on my ass. I'll take hit points for that if I have to.
I'm not on
Anyway.
that.
if we return to the way you were facing when you came in, you've got the ghoul cage, the 2 ghouls, and the whatever we want to call it on your left. You have a slightly open door and a empty cage on your right, and then you've got 2 cages further along until the tunnel seems to turn.
Does anyone have like turn undead or something?
No.
I don't know what turn undead does, but it sounds like it'd be useful.
How big is the cage if we can see into it?
About 10 foot by 10 foot. I don't know.
Okay then.
Never measured it out. I was just sketching.
Okay, so Reela's in front.
Okay,
And
yeah.
afterwards, could
We are
I
sort of in a huddle, but sure.
could I cast Thunderwave and try and use the knockback to just push them away and run along?
Push who away?
The
The
ghouls.
ghouls.
They're in a cage. They're doing no harm to you.
Just
Sure.
sticking their arms through.
Sean, stop being bullied.
Grabbed by a ghoul. If you want to go first, go
Fine.
right.
Okay, I'm gonna walk past them and ask the dude one more time if there's anything we can do for him.
Anything you need, bro?
Water.
Snacks or something?
Is there anything you need, bro?
Chuck him some holy water.
I have that.
Again, he
That's though.
he kind of just grumbles and asks for help.
How do we help a fucking
A
undead?
weird guy who's being turned into a zombie.
Someone, Nick wouldn't put it in here if one of us couldn't help it. If one of us, if we couldn't help him.
Like the person who would. No offense.
No. Nick would do it to make us think. So, Gemma, Void, and Richard all check.
Like,
Actually, yeah,
the only
check as well.
the only one I have is the gentle repose, which is the
Coins on eyes.
coins on his eyes. I mean, it does say protected from decay and can't become undead.
Huh.
So like,
Gemma
does that,
can-
like, cancel out undeadism.
I have
like
massive
they would just
cure
kill him.
wound.
At this point.
He's not. He's like part zombie, so he's. probably
Gemma can also speak to him perfectly fine and understand his slurring
Gemma,
because
speak You have speak with the dead.
What? I'm sorry.
You can chat to corpses.
Eldritch invocate your ass off and fucking talk to the corpse, please.
Greetings. How can we help you?
Jesus.
Sorry.
No worries.
Eldritch invocate your ass off. I need to stop.
But again, it's just more groans and help. This poor guy just wants help somehow.
Oh, you
Just-
need to be specific, my dude.
Wait, Nick, what is he classed as? Dead or undead?
Dead.
Or alive?
I'd say
If
since
he's
I-
not fully an undead yet, he's technically still alive, correct?
Yes.
He's alive.
Gemma, you cast cure runes level
I
4. Cure wounds level 4.
I mean, there is one option. Just
No, don't actually do that.
Void has his use 5 charges of his healing pool to cure any disease. And these are
Void!
like- yeah, we just walk in and touch them.
Void, walk in and touch the guy.
These ghouls are
No.
sticking their arms through the bars. We could probably tie them with rope or something.
Yeah, Void, I'll tie the guys. I have like 100 feet of rope.
Hold on.
No, I'm not helping them.
This guy is
Not Void.
Pretty sure Void evil.
Lawful evil.
Lawfully. Lawful! He has to if it's deemed right.
No, that's that's his own moral code.
Fuck!
Nick,
So,
he in a
as we
cave-
don't know, not Sean, fucking Void's weird paladin code of paladining. Because we don't
Paladin's
know what-
supposed to help people and clear the
Yeah,
dark.
but not everyone.
That is literally your job. Your job is to clear the darkness.
Not everyone.
So clear your fucking darkness, you
What are
cheeky.
you talking about?
No.
He is the darkness.
He's
I mean,
up there.
technically, usual paladin job is stopping undead from being a thing. So-
Yeah, so you literally have one job, bitch. Get in there and fade fucking. I don't care.
No.
Can I roll a persuasion check or something? Persuasion check.
Should we just move on?
No, we're helping. I don't care. I will stand here all night. Boyd is gonna walk in there and he's gonna use 5 charges off this fucking pool to help the guy.
No.
Just stone face. No.
Everybody, everyone, roll a fucking dice for me.
I'm rolling a persuasion check.
Wait, Sean. If Sean rolls a persuasion, I want to assist.
You really want to help the guy, don't you?
Yeah.
You have to remember, Void. They are good. They are lawful good.
14
I'm
plus
over
11.
this group as
So
well. Again.
you've got 25.
You've got no choice but
Boyd, can you outroll 25 on a? I think it would be Constitution.
Yes, it would.
I would say it would be a wisdom, but yeah.
Yeah, I'd say probably wisdom.
Wisdom could work. You could roll wisdom if you want. They're both the same modifier, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Unfortunately, Void, you have to go in there.
You've been defeated.
Eat an entire bag of dicks.
Can
Can
I
I
just
do a saving throw?
No.
That's what you just did.
That was your saving
Was
throw.
it? Oh,
Yeah.
fuck off.
Wheeler, this bump.
Let me just quickly just remove it from my fucking.
He just yeets the spell thing.
So basically, we have tied up some ghouls. They're sticking their arms out.
I've removed it.
You've removed what?
Oh shit, he can't do it.
I can't do anymore. I removed it.
No, you can't pull that shit.
No,
pig.
if he if he removed it, he cast it. I'm sorry, Void, but that's how it's working.
Oh, fuck off.
They successfully persuaded you into there, so you did it.
You were persuasion checked into doing it, so you can't just.
You got beaten by legit rules, boy.
Who tied up the ghouls?
No one yet.
Yes.
I got an idea.
I let out the ghouls.
No. They said
Yeah,
no.
Void did walk in there, so he's just being. beaten
Question
by
no
ghouls
no
as
no
well.
question no because you. It. I'm trying to speak over them.
Dude's in the far corner of the cage. Void would have to. Walk in
Can I
to do what he
speak,
was
please?
supposed
Let him speak. Let him speak.
to do.
You did say you tied them up beforehand. Who tied up the
Me.
ghouls?
We'll go for me.
Renee, roll me a strength check.
Please, do I have any? No, I don't. Plus on strength. This is RNGesus. 11.
Not the worst. Probably not going to win, but not the worst.
1 second.
They are
Also-
literally rotting corpses. If
Also, Void has turned undead.
Yeah, but he has to use that like one at a time, and I don't even know what turning undead does.
Me neither.
Like, it just says they are turned, but what does this mean? Do they just spin around? Do a full three? do
It
a
turns
full
their
180?
allegiances under your command.
Okay, so
Oh, yeah.
you can make undead do what you want, Void.
Bot's down. Oh, no,
Okay, yeah, no. The ghouls stay tied.
Void has to heal the dude.
No, that was for Void them trying.
Void did
That was for them breaking out on the as Void left.
Can we get the guy to come out with him?
no. I say put him in those.
He kind of already took the
Yeah.
healing and pegged it.
Good, solid.
Did he pick up his arm as he was leaving?
Wow, no thank you. What a dickhead.
Or was it like glued
Wow.
on while he
No.
was
An
here?
asshole.
No,
Can
his
I just shout after him? You're fucking welcome, cunt.
It's okay. He's gonna run into a dog and a Jerd on the way out, and I feel that's payment enough.
I've got something to ask. Have we just
Must
allowed
get him right.
a new hover upon the world of something that's not undead, nor is it truly alive?
no, you healed. You healed.
Cured him.
killed the guy.
You cured the guy. He may be a bit armless, but you cured him.
Yeah, he's missing an arm, but you know.
Thanks, Thane. You're such a good guy.
Oh, I get it.
Like it's been amputated. Or
We had to give him a hand.
Okay, never mind. So yeah, so now
Scared them away.
you have the ghoul. Now you have
Void
have.
Let me just hit you with that no.
Shut up, not Void, this person who's my friend.
Now you have ghouls chained, tied to the bar, with their arms tied through the bars, and there is an arm on the floor behind them. Are we leaving this cage open?
No, I would like to shut it.
Definitely.
I was gonna say.
I would like to shut it and leave Gemma's shit joke behind, please. I'd also like to put Gemma's joke in there if you don't mind.
But anyway, are we advancing forward?
Mhm.
As you walk forward, you notice in the cage on the left there is only on the right there is only one ghoul. Pretty much just minding its own business, gnawing at the wall? Question mark.
I use Mage Hand to slap him on the head.
Why?
Rude. Fucking get your prize.
Sean, no, Sean,
It now.
Sean, roll me another strength check, please.
Wait, Sean.
I like tormenting ghouls.
You're tormenting your party. Do you want to stop?
Sean, roll the strength check.
I'm not
I would
mad.
like Sean to hippity hoppity get the fuck off my property.
Haste?
Flippity flap, he talks too
Ah,
much
yeah.
crap.
You successfully cast Mage Hand, but the ghoul stops gnawing on the wall and starts gnawing on the Mage Hand.
It disappears instantly. It can't take any damage, otherwise it's dispelled.
There we go. Anyway, are we proceeding, going further?
Yeah.
As long as Sean took that off his spell slots, yeah.
It's a cantrip.
Don't care.
You can't
Yeah.
take anything off.
He doesn't have to take it off, Renee. It's a cantrip. But anyway, so you get to the corner, and let's have a look. See here.
I love how Void's just gone deadly silent, like he's fucking livid. We made him heal the guy.
He's having an existential crisis. Like, what am I? What is my purpose in life?
Fuck it. You walk around the corner and you're underground, so you don't see why there's mist.
Somebody's got some dry ice around here,
I
clearly.
have a torch still.
Someone's having a serious vape.
Also,
I don't say that in character because my character wouldn't know what a vape is. So, got you.
We get it, dude. Vape.
But yeah, there seems to be a sort of mist. There it is.
yeah.
Is there anything to this mysterious mist?
No, it's just. Well, you kind of can't see through it. It seems to be blocking the way.
It's a wall of mist.
Magical fog of no, you're not allowed to come in.
Could say that. Could say that.
Burn it. Burn the fog. I mean, technically, Sean has a torch, so if it was burnable fog, then
Sure, go ahead. Try burn it.
I'm not going to.
Wow.
Wait.
I mean, it's blocking the way, so.
Guys, everyone hold your fucking horses.
Okay.
Calm.
What are you doing?
Calm.
We're gonna die. I feel like we're gonna
Calm.
die.
To
Is it
what,
magical
Sean?
fog?
Are you,
To what?
Did you just arcana check it?
No, you are kind of checked it. Shut up, butthead.
If I arcana checked it, I'd get a better number.
Oh shit! I
Listen.
add 2 more to that because I fucked up and added the wrong modifier. I have +3.
Nick?
11.
What?
That shit was 11.
Was it magic?
Sean,
Was it magic 11?
I'm not going to reply to that because everybody took a hissy when Gemma was messaging me to ask questions. So if you want to ask me something, say it out loud.
Okay then, can I use prestidigitation to chill Renee's necklace of adaptation?
Why are you wanting to chill it?
I'm making her life difficult. By the
You know it wouldn't make my life
Slightly.
difficult even if you chilled it, because it still works.
It's not meant to break it. It's just meant to make you uncomfortable.
It wouldn't make me uncomfortable.
Cold. It's cold
I
metal.
have.
What part gives you that ability?
He's trying to put cold metal on my neck like a weirdo.
Like, I'm looking at prestidigitation,
Sean,
but it doesn't have that anything.
Flavor, a cubic.
Sean, do me a favour and keep your kinks to yourself, yeah, love?
No.
Sean, I shared that cookie with you.
Stole that cookie.
I don't appreciate you flirting with other women.
Mama Orally, could you get uncomfortably close to Sean, please?
How do you know that? It hasn't even said if it works or not.
Can I hold Sean's hand?
Technically,
roll
it's
it.
kind of work.
Nick, let her roll it.
Sleight of hand, Gemma.
Let her roll.
Just slide your hand into
If
his.
she gets
Sean,
lower,
Sean, you can deck save it. You can deck
Yeah,
save
you gotta make a dexterity check if you want to not have that happen.
it. I'm furious typing. The fuck?
Try and dexterity check it.
Deck save it.
Dexterity, not your saving throw.
it's
And
plus
I'm gonna lace our fingers together.
I lose that track.
I was taking a drink at the wrong time, ladies and gentlemen.
Right, anyway.
Your hand holding, Sean.
Oh,
Uh,
wait, I'm not done.
No, can I...
Done.
Gemma, can I finish? Can I sort this, please? So Orally sneaks next to
No, I'm not sneaking. I'm making a big thing out.
Okay.
Not subtle about it at all.
Orally not
Subtle as an unexpected collapse.
Orally unsubtly strides over to Hal and near enough just grabs his hand,
Lace our fingers together.
lacing their fingers together, and with this he practically glows red with embarrassment.
I'm not done. I'm not done.
She's not done.
Did you pinch?
Get ready for more.
I don't know if I'll
She's
have
still
to roll.
going.
I don't know if I have to roll for this.
Wait, are you trying to get rid of your own hand to avoid this, Sean?
No,
No, I'm-
DM says no.
See, I don't know if I have to roll for this because it's just like my character just says something.
You don't have to roll for words.
Unless you try to persuade him of something.
Okay, well, what I do is after I've done that, I just pat him on the shoulder and go, "There, darling. It's okay. Mama's got you."
Can I just bolt this?
Roll to face palm.
Oh,
This-
God.
Right, 1 second. Right,
One and I are getting married. I don't give a fuck.
right. No, your DM wishes to do 2 things now. Right. Let's see.
Sean, stop.
Is Sean rolling to get rid of his hand?
No, I'm rolling to strength check to get out of this and bolt into the.
Pull your
What
hand.
do I roll?
Do it.
I mean, you would have to do strength as well to keep holding on to his hand.
Okay, I'm cool. I can do that.
Oh, everyone's counter rolling everything now.
Well, I mean, technically, it is a contest, you know.
Shit. Aww.
So Nick let it be known that Sean bolts into the mist.
Right. Yeah. No. That's where my 2 things come in in handy here. Sean, do me a Constitution saving, please.
Sean fucking died because he walked in the mist.
Should have just held my hand.
Constitution plus 3.
Absolutely.
21.
Anyone?
You take no damage.
Yay.
Also, no. There's this mist isn't ordinary mist. This mist isn't ordinary mist. You can get through it, but you'll all have to do the same roll. But Sean's already on the other side of it now, so.
Nick, would I have to?
Give me a second.
Is it a harmful gas?
Gemma, if you're rolling, give me a second. I want to finish.
I mean, you have to roll it. You just have to advantage.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah, it's an advantage.
Sh- d- 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 d-
So you get to
anyway.
roll twice
Hold on,
the
guys,
highest
be
one.
quiet.
Anyway. So Sean pelts through the mist, somehow sparing himself. Whereas Orally hears a faint voice from over her shoulder. Now what was that? Trying to get rid of me?
Oh, bitch is
Oh,
back,
yeah,
G.
Satan's
I'm
back.
sorry.
I'm
Is
just-
only Gemma hearing this voice, or is it
Only Gemma's hearing this.
Okay.
You just
So
see
German's
me
going
smile. My smile goes from normal to slightly pained. I don't say anything, I just a slightly pained smile.
Can I just give Gemma a hug? Do I have to roll for that?
No.
roll for affection?
Roll for affection?
Someone won't give it to me!
Wait, no. Richard, you can hate me for this one, but roll performance.
Why is Richard rolling?
No, not Richard. Renee, roll performance, sorry.
Okay.
I was gonna say, like, what am I doing?
No, you
Just dead ass gonna
you
roll
you,
for
you said you said earlier no performance rolls. Yeah, no. You kind of
But as long as it makes sense.
you kind of like open arm shimmy towards Gemma, but knock yourself against the wall.
Can I do the eyebrow waggle but like smack my hand?
Pretty much.
Okay.
I'm down for affection because
Then come over here and knock me, you fucking idiot.
please.
Anyway, let's are we proceeding to the other side of the mist to join? Sure.
Marry me!
No, wait, lads. Should we just leave?
Good. He's on the wrong side of the mist, so if we leave, you have to do the
Sucks
check
to
again.
suck, didn't it?
Can I
Should've
hear
just held
this?
my hand.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, it's not like you're on the other side of a wall or anything. It's just mist.
Should have just held a hand, man. Like that's just
Just
so
held
rude.
my hand.
So rude.
If you want to hold my hand, you can come and take it.
Okay.
Do you agree that if she comes to the other side of me, she gets to hold your hand? I would
Can I
like
just do
to-
the thing?
Oh god.
Hold on.
Fuck!
Gem-
Constitution saving throw of 6.
Gemma trudges through the mist, taking. Let's see.
I was gonna say, if she gets past, can I just hold out the gargoyle hand without her noticing and have her grab that?
No.
It's
Sean, I will allow it if you can succeed in the deception.
Gemma takes 14 damage.
If she's
Shit.
That's a lot of
Gemma has like
damage.
ridiculously high health, so she's fine.
actually no, I won't. I'll be kind for once.
Yeah.
Just let her hold your fucking hand.
Yes.
I'm going through after over the 17.
You take nothing.
Didn't think so.
Before I walk through this magical bullshittery.
Oh
I'm
yeah, you might want to check
Hold
it.
on, there's the
This.
snake.
Is it magic, and what kind of magic is it?
It's vampiric mist.
Oh, vampire mist. Wonderful. So it's gonna eat your face. Literally.
That's why people were taking necrotic damage.
Fair. So what check is it? Constitution?
Constitution.
Go on, Void, roll a constitution check. Join
oh,
us.
my
Can
constitution.
I ask a question? Don't pets need to make something go?
They're all outside.
Apart from my snack, but snack doesn't take any damage. Snack is love, snack is life.
Okay.
It doesn't technically exist, so you know.
My snack exists only for convenient plot reasons and to bite you. That's literally the only reason it exists.
Does a 9 and an 8 constitution thing work?
Richard takes 8. And Void takes 8.
Wait, is it a spell?
It's vampiric mist. Of some
I know,
sort.
but
Is it
I
a
just
spell?
have advantage on saving throws against spells. So if it's a spell, then
No.
I can roll again. Okay, fair. Just take 8 damage. Done.
Apparently, necrotic mist doesn't require. Vampiric mist does not require air or sleep.
Oh, so it's a living mist. Great. The mist is alive.
Wait, hold
Oh,
on.
great.
Can we
It's
animal
okay.
handle the mist?
No.
My page is broken. I can't take the health off.
Void can't take
Refresh
any
the page.
damage.
Just
Void put
refresh.
his plot armor on this morning.
Nick,
Yeah, would remember to put
I'm
on
not
his
an
plot
idiot.
armor. Probably.
You're doing -5, aren't you? You're doing -5 then damage.
Just
I
type
bet.
in.
Yeah,
There you go, I took it off.
Yeah, it just won't let me do it.
Well, refresh now because I just took it off here. Anyway, where were we? So,
We walked through this mist.
you've all successfully stepped over the mist, and you're now No.
That's fine.
you're now at the doorway to a room.
Is the corridor big enough for someone to push past?
If you're small enough, so Reeler and Auralee'd be able to push past.
Is one else go first this time?
Okay, so what am I walking past? What am I walking through? Sorry.
Well, you're now in the corridor with the entrance to a room. The door to this room is open. Upon looking inside, you can see pretty much all of the room, minus the back bit. It seems to be lit. It seems to be dark to the point not even dark sense can see into it.
Oh, perfect. Magical dark. I love magical dark.
On the table, and the room itself seems to be some form of cross between a surgical room and a laboratory.
Yay, murder place.
So sorry. What? Just
Perfect.
a quick challenge of what you're saying. So you're saying that we're facing Dr. Frankenstein.
The vampire.
Sorry, Dr. Dracula von Frankenstein.
Thank you.
Anyway, but in the middle of the room, there is an operating table, or just a metal table, however you want to look at it.
Is there anything on it? Anyone on it?
Yeah, there's a corpse on it,
Okay, just checking.
a rather large corpse.
Von Frankenstein.
Literally, it's Dracula Frankenstein. This is what's happening right now.
Anybody want?
Probably take-
So
probably take my
remember
shot.
how
Oh.
you're the undead expert, and we should probably all just go back to the cult.
You gotta walk through the mist again, technically, if you do that. Wait a second.
I don't have a natural 21 on my side again. Hell.
I mean, in all fairness, you can. But anyway, anybody gonna go up and say hello to the corpse?
Nope.
Hi, corpse!
I mean,
Hey,
she's
I
the one that can
appreciate
talk to
that
the
was your
dead.
Reeler impression, but can you not?
Oh, come on, no, come on now.
Hold on. Since I'll take it I'm still holding hands with her.
Yeah. So she goes, you go. Off you go.
This is bad.
Wait. So, just for reference, how high up is this table? Is it like at Gemma's waist height, or?
It's like standard person operating table height.
So it's an operator. Okay. So Sean's kind of towering over it, and Gemma's halfway up it, basically.
So they're over.
Reach up and poke the monster in the cheek.
If you really wish to.
I wonder what my ring would have to say to this.
What?
So you're poking it, right?
Yes, just a little boop.
I'm gonna count that. The head kind of stirs slightly.
Can I just hide behind Sean like no?
Can I just start talking to?
Are you still technically holding his hand?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
still
but,
talking.
no, I can still hold his hand and hide behind him.
No, I meant like you kind of just dragged him over to the.
Oh yeah, she took him with.
Yeah,
I talk to my
that's me.
friend spirit and say, what do I do?
Ghost help.
No,
Yes.
the
So you
the
have a friendly spirit.
the
I know.
the ring only triggers when the DM feels like the ring wants to say something sassy.
The what? Precious says not today.
You know what? I can get behind the sass spirit that Sean possesses.
No, that's me.
Can I just gently start pushing Gemma and myself backwards away from the table.
I like how nobody's like decided to go. But what is this corpse?
I
Yeah,
don't
hold up.
know.
Real quick. Real talk real quick.
The corpse.
Can I roll something
Dead
just to
things.
quickly get away from it?
I like dead things.
17 and my Charizard is level 65.
Like Charizard.
What bullshittery is going on here?
Oh, is this is this a magical bullshittery, or are you just investigating
this is
the?
generally what the fuck is going on here.
Deceptioning.
On the table, there seems to be an ogre corpse.
Oh yay, okay.
Ah.
Fair enough.
What are you doing in my swamp?
To chase us out of.
Does it look dead?
And no, that you don't get to ask. You haven't rolled. It's my questions, my roll.
Okay.
And it just got up.
And it
It's
just
awake.
got up. Wonderful.
What
take it I'm
are you
still-
doing in my
I take it I'm in
swamp?
front of everyone.
Donkey!
Gemma hanging
This is
on
because
behind
you
me.
made a Shrek reference. This is literally why it stood up.
I'm at the front with Gemma hiding behind me. I'm just like, hi.
Well, shit is your appropriate answer. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what comes next, don't you, ladies and gentlemen? Roll that initiative.
Gemma let go of my hand.
Yeah, I'll let go for just this. Fine.
No, just don't let go.
Oh no, we have to fight together, Sean! No.
I've got to add my 1.
Somebody just hold
I
on.
got
I
a
don't know.
20. I think I get to go first.
Right, what do I add to it?
Don't.
Your
Initiative
Init.
at the very top of your list. Yours is a 2.
Oh, plus 2 to
So
that.
you got 13.
13.
just somebody
I got
holler at me
20.
the order.
Richard, ogre.
Okay.
Richard, ogre. Gemma.
Void, you gonna roll?
Yeah. Void, you need to roll, dude.
Oh yeah. If without Void, it's Sean then you, Renee.
Gemma.
Void.
It's Gemma, Void, Sean, Renee.
Sean.
Gemma, Void, Sean, Ren. Well, unfortunately, Richard, by the looks of it, the majority of you are still stood in the corridor. So you're going to have to enter the room to attack.
You know, how far is it? You know, probably not too far out. You know, I got.
The corridor would make it difficult to cast spells around anyone.
No, I mean like I'm pretty sure I'm in front of Void, so.
You're in front of Void, but behind Gemma. Oh no, Gemma's in the room, but behind Renee.
In the room.
But behind Renee.
Isn't Renee in the room?
No. They kind of...
Okay.
I at no point said I went in there, and I at no point said I didn't. I'm out.
We're just in the corridor then.
I'm
so.
Schrodinger's elf.
Where's my movement speed? I've forgotten. Where is my movement speed? What the heck?
Where you left it.
You have... you have about 30 foot movement speed, so you can use about...
Yes, it is. It's at the very top there. I've done.
It's nice to hear you admit it sometimes.
You can get about
Um,
10 foot into the room to get into a corner if you want to be in a corner.
is the corner away from the ogre corpse? Is it
Yes.
trying to kill us, or? Okay. I'll chill in that corner.
What you gonna blast?
You know what? Because I'm not sure if it will actually work or not, because, you know, I'm not sure if it's resistant or whatnot to fire, I'm gonna use Firebolt.
Okay.
So, give me a second, I gotta scroll down the dice roll. So, 1d20.
The one I'd like once, okay, just once, to fight a giant, not an ogre.
Favorite enemy?
But donkey!
Were you not there for the giant in front of the Gumdrop cave? That hits, like, miles.
So, it very much hits it. So, Nick, is it resistant to fire? Is it vulnerable or resistant to fire damage? Tell me this.
Well, I wasn't going to tell you till you hit.
No, I mean, I need it to do the math. Like,
Neither.
Okay, so it's regular fire damage. Cool.
Yeah.
Regular damage, yeah.
Firebolt is where's my mighty dice? Doesn't want to tell me things. Two d10s. Cool. 2d10 plus 8. 21 damage.
Nice.
Yeah, the reason I wanted to know if it had advantage or or resistance or vulnerabilities, because if I need to do times or divide by 2.
Right, Sean. One is mucho sorry, but you're in the way.
Move.
You're in front.
Hold on.
You're dead.
Are you making an attack that involves dexterity or anything?
Nope.
Okay, can you put a
Can you
disadvantage
react?
What for?
in settling this sage? I'm making you
Massage.
massage. I'm scaring.
That just means I have to roll twice and only take the lowest.
Yes. Still do it.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
It's just like.
See, now you can make the easier thing.
Oh, no, misses. Somehow the fucking ogre manages to smack.
Scared by Sean's face and just smacks the
Yeah.
floor instead.
Anyway, up
To
next.
be fair,
Oh.
I can really empathise with that ogre.
Up next is Reela.
Sean can't.
I mean, no, sorry, not Reela, Orally. What you going to attack with, Maho?
Let me
Eldritch
guess, chill touch.
Blast.
No, she got a new favourite.
Oh, Eldritch
She's gonna
Blast.
shoot
Okay, she's got a
murder
new
anything.
favourite. Okay.
2d10.
No, you got to roll your hit or miss first, my dear.
Oh my god, hit or miss. I bet he doesn't miss. What do I plus, or is it just 1d20?
Give me a second.
Spell plus 2.
Plus, no.
Eldritch Blast is actually plus 6, I think.
No,
Shit, never mind.
that just
Shit, never mind. That's.
Probably doesn't hit even if she adds 6 instead of 6.
she blasts the table. It kind of knocks back slightly.
Can I ask a question?
Void, you're up.
DM question. Does this count as a large creature?
Is it big?
It is an ogre, so
They're
yes.
quite large.
It's an
I
ogre.
figured out how to make the playing field even, but I can't say anything till my turn.
That is a hit, Monsieur Void. I'm assuming you approached it because you only have like close range weapons.
Yeah.
Which one you hit?
Idiot javelin at it, I'll have you know.
He doesn't have a javelin. Which one you hitting with? Exorcist or?
Access.
Isn't that the one he has equipped?
You're wielding them.
No, he has one on his back, one on his side. He just draws whichever one he feels like whacking with at the time. 16, cool.
Also radiant, which is good against undead.
Favored enemy. I can't remember what it does on the weapon.
Radiant is an extra 1d8.
Yeah, Radiant is just extra, is double the damage of Radiant.
You can add.
If it is in fact vulnerable to Radiant damage.
It's
It is.
undead-
It is not.
Oh, never mind.
So it was 16, right? Yes. So 16.
I mean, actually, he does have to do an extra D8
Yeah, that's what I
for the
said.
Radiant damage anyway.
Yeah.
Radiant damage is naturally one extra d8.
So
Yeah.
do that extra D8 there, Voidio.
Roll that dice, boy.
5,
So add 5. So that's like a bunch.
21.
There you go. 21 damages.
Total.
I already calculated the damage, so I just took off the 5.
So what did we do total damage?
21.
Smacked it 21 damage.
9 plus 10.
Anyway, up next is Sean.
Can I yell at Avril? Can you shrink it at all with anything?
Oh yeah, I mean, that might be able to. Do I have a spell slot for that? Give me a second.
Staff of Magi.
Yeah, I know, but it's like
That requires
Yeah,
charges.
Yeah, it's also
that's a bonus action, I think.
I then
Give me
cast.
just a second. I'm gonna make sure it's a bonus action, not.
But anyway, it's Sean's turn, so that'd be your turn anyway.
No,
I then
technically a
cast
bonus action I think can be
Torch.
done if Sean lets it happen on his turn. But I'm not sure.
You can't do anything on my turn.
Okay. Right.
If I bumped it or not. I cast the Scorcher thing. I can't say it.
Huh?
It needs-
The thing you tried to cast on me earlier.
Okay.
Needs to beat a dex save of 12.
Okay.
It beats it naturally with the plus modifier, I bet.
Probably. Either that or it whiffs it.
-2.
Even with -2, it still beat your fucking skill shit.
Your spell kind of poofs over it.
How can I flip over it? Surely I should be off to the side.
No. It goes to impact, but then the spell itself just decides it's going to take a detour and go round.
Goddamn magic resistant nonsenses. And I just
Not magic resistant. He just somehow has really good constitution checks.
was it dex save? Not constitution.
Well, dex save. Sorry.
Yeah, so good he neos it.
Anyway,
This is just that cool.
then
Can I just also push my way backwards away from the ogre?
No.
Walk away?
yes, but every step you take costs 2 because you're attached to a orally.
Deal.
No, that's how it. Sean, that's how it works anyway. Because it's difficult. It counts as difficult terrain.
I know that, but you saying
Wow.
you saying that also
That's
means
shady
becomes not.
shit.
Yeah.
Aw,
I pushed me and Orally back whilst trying not to die.
he's lovely.
You get pushed back about 10 foot into the corner, opposite. Well, no, next to Richard's
Wow.
corner.
I'm so glad I added my fucking modifier, otherwise that would have sucked.
It sucks anyway.
Still missed. Firing
Yeah.
arrows, so.
So you fire an arrow from the doorway, and you kind of hear a ow in the background, but it wasn't the ogre.
Sorry, Frankie.
Evening.
Someone else there.
Sorry about
Good
that.
evening, mate. How you doing?
You know, Frankenstein, fucking move. And you won't get hit again.
But next up is corner boy number 1, Richard.
Yay! Oh, it has to take fire damage now. Hey Nick,
What?
how big is the room?
About 20 by 20
20
Feet
by
or
20?
meters?
Feet, probably.
feet.
Okay.
I'll say 20 meters. Oh,
I'm glad friendly fire is off
Because it's
Yeah.
gone hurt otherwise.
because I make a nice 20-foot
Yeah, let's make it a little bit.
radius
Yeah.
fireball.
Okay, one
So
second.
basically anything in this entire
About
room.
35 by 35, but yeah.
Okay.
So them two are in one corner, you're in
So
another
basically,
corner.
even it's so if
It's a
Richard
radius thing,
rolls
it's
wrong,
from-
he can make it miss.
I have
It's not a hit or miss.
It's just a
Centered
how much.
centered around the big thingamajig that we're murdering.
Hmm.
Anything within 20 feet of it, like that's a radius, has to make a dexterity saving throw.
So
Make a dex throw.
The-
Anything that's in that 20-foot radius.
the ogre.
Thingamajig.
Everyone.
I'm not.
No, I mean it's friendly fire, so you don't get that. Don't
Yeah.
make the saving throw.
We don't even have to make.
You got an
Wow.
He kind of just opens his mouth and tries to eat the fireball.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll, I think.
Damage.
An incredible amount of damage.
12d6.
Jesus.
Yeah, just
Plus
1d6.
8.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Also, question. Does
112d6.
you get any
plus-
advantages because it's in negatives?
No.
No, it's just like the D. Actually, the D rolled a 1. Like the dice rolled a 1.
Yeah.
So technically, I double this damage because no, it doesn't. No,
It's a
it's a
critical
dexterity
fail.
saving throw. It's not a hit or miss. It doesn't. So it takes 51 damage.
Right. Right, now, I have a question to ask the entire party. You all took part... You all actually hit mostly the guy, but with that damage, do we want to just give the XP all to Richard?
No.
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 That's how I'm taking
Fair.
But why?
Why would we
would
do
we
that?
ever
the fight.
tell
You
you
got the
that?
experience from the fight.
I'm I'm sorry, this isn't Overwatch. Last hit doesn't win. I'm sorry, it builds up to it.
Yeah, also don't give us
some-
the option if you're gonna say, do you want XP or do you want me to just not?
XP or no XP.
Okay, anyway.
We'd all very much like XP, thanks.
Watching...
Hopefully that scared whoever it was that said ow when hit by the thing.
Anyway, here we go. With this ogre now fucking incinerated, and the...
No, not incinerated, just one crispy boy.
No. Let me finish.
On the gore.
Nah, I'm saying incinerated because you overkilled it.
Yeah.
What did I deal more damage than what it had left plus its max health?
No, but you were nearly there.
I was close, damn it.
But
Very crispy.
no, I'm saying incinerated just because of the -1.
Very much got murdered.
Like that was a roll the dice on the table, and the dice disappears into the sofa somehow.
And the dice goes, yeet.
But
Retus, your dice roll has been deleted.
Like you critical failed that save there.
But anyway, so there's now a pile of ash and molten metal in the middle of this room, and coming from the section that you can't see into, you hear the, oh well, that was not my favorite, but that was a decent experiment. Why'd you have to go do that?
If you didn't want it to be incinerated, you shouldn't have put it up against us.
Yeah, you really shouldn't give the
Should
fire
have trained it better.
Well-
anything flammable.
Well, I wasn't expecting to be interrupted in an underground laboratory under a mausoleum in the middle of a graveyard.
It's sort of your own fault
Well,
because
you
you
left
left the
the
door
door
open.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bollocks.
Gemma just stood there sniggering, holding Sean's hand. Is the best mental image.
Oh yeah, I wanna point out. I grabbed Sean's hand again.
You never let go.
You never let go.
Oh, lit!
I cast magic one-handed, and you just peeked out around the corner and shot it.
Sean.
Gemma and Sean is the OTP. Gemma, draw you and Sean as the new OTP.
I will.
But anyway,
I know what Sean looks like though, but it's okay. I'll figure it out.
just draw the changeling that is his picture on the stream.
Google D&D changeling, you'll be fine.
But
I could send you a picture of me and not have the changeling picture.
Now it's changeling. You are a changeling.
I'll make adjustments. Carry on.
You use the unsettling visage. You have the appearance of a changeling.
Okay, but proceed with the strange
Yeah,
man
carry
who
on.
we told he shouldn't leave doors open.
I swear I shut that door.
Wasn't shut. There was also some ghouls on our way in. Hope you don't mind me let one out.
No, there was actually
He
two.
wasn't quite a ghoul.
Well, there was technically 3, but two of them are tied to the bars, and one of them we let go after turning him human again. That was a fun time, wasn't it, Boyd?
Well,
Voice just like triggered.
well, wait, does that mean you let out my...
Uh-oh, what have we done?
Never mind,
What have we done?
I'm going to take off, and with that you hear a kind of poof, and then a bat flies over your heads and out the doorway.
It was Dracula one.
Yell after him. Can we take
What's
this
vampire mist?
Wait, actually, yeah. Is the vampire mist gone? Would you say?
Yes, vampire
How
mist
fast
will
would
have
you
gone.
say the bat flies? How fast does the bat fly?
as
He-
fast as you-
He kind of zoops off at unnatural vampire speed.
Oh, I want a feet per second.
Just answer.
About 5 foot per second. So it's gone and gone.
I'd say my snake flies 60 foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Its movement speed is its speed per 6 seconds. So how far it can go in 6 seconds is.
Give me a second. I didn't actually have it open.
You fucked up.
You fucked up. The snake's going after it.
No,
We're gonna be sending shit after it.
don't anger the vampire.
Why not?
I mean, we already killed its experiment and let
Yeah.
another one of its experiments leave,
Fight
so
me.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be
Fight.
mad.
It does not tell me its movement speed in bat form.
Just look up a bat.
Yeah, D&D bat.
Would make a good point.
30 foot per second.
Snake.
Yeah. Snake catches up. Snake flies 60 foot per second, double the speed.
Snick is one fast boy.
What? 1 second.
Scenic! Renaming the snake Scenic.
Renee, what is the health of your snack?
No.
Do it.
What is the health of your snack?
Just do
Why?
it.
What's the health of your snack?
5.
Uh-oh.
Roll to hit or miss, Nick.
What's its armor rating, Renee?
Oh, hold up. 14.
14.
I'm taking my headset off now.
Oh, no.
The vampire unbat forms, grabs the snake, snaps its neck, and then turns back into a bat and flies away.
Oh, dear.
How much damage would you say that did, Nick?
Let's see.
You have to kill it.
Wait, actually,
Fun times.
it depends on what he rolls, actually.
7. So not instantly killed.
Saving throws.
Not
Save-
quite that. We
Somebody
have
put
2
saving
healers in the party.
Gemma, help me heal my snake!
You're right.
Allowed to
3,
do
but I
that?
don't think Boyd will be helping. You got your healer.
Wait. So it was. So you left. You were still in the room when it flew off out, right?
We
Yeah.
were running
Into
after
the
it, but
corridor.
yes.
No, I stayed in the room.
I was in the corridor, so I'm Gucci. I'm going after it.
Okay. Yeah. No. The ghouls did not snatch it out the air as it fell.
I
Actually,
think 2 of them are still tied there. The other one's just kind of.
wait.
Spells.
You have a heal.
No, the vampire threw it into the cage with the one ghoul.
I'll
Wait,
let you-
no.
I'm waiting for the ears to shatter and scream.
Grace?
No, because I'm
Can
doing
I have
my
had Nevermore
benefit
following
of
these
snake,
fuckers?
So,
Sure.
give me a hot sec.
Okay, so Nevermore's also there. Not attacking, just there.
The vampire's gone now anyway.
That's fine.
7, 6 plus 7, 13.
Okay, you restored your snake.
Can I?
Oh. 13 to beat Nick's fucking thing of throwing it in the thing with the ghouls. I've never been so stressed in my life.
Yeah. Can I roll an investigation to search his laboratory for anything of value?
Steal his stuff.
Yes, because he doesn't deserve it.
Roll the investigation.
Can you heal 2 damage on my snake real quick?
Oh, yes.
Okay, DM says. So you go over to the little laboratory table and you just see a load of vials and a load of things. You do hear a slight poof and a bit of smoke go up, but it's nothing to worry about.
You just stole his stuff back.
I haven't stolen anything yet. I rolled an
No, the
investigation.
vampire just stole his stuff back.
No, actually the poof was the sound of a spell triggering, but mildly failing. Though vampire has ties to this place. There you go. Now he stole his stuff back. Poof, his stuff vanished.
How much stuff is in the room left? Is it like
Just the melted table and ogre ash.
Damn it! If you left the table, I would have melted it in half more.
It was already melted into a puddle and combined with ashes of a dead ogre.
I was just gonna fuck up his shit.
I mean, that makes some modern art, you know?
Fucking Richard, the modern art constructor. Anyway, so I'm assuming
Overkill is an art form.
with that we're exiting.
Can I just use acid splash to somehow write on the wall? We will find you again.
You gay lol.
Void,
I have a
please.
feeling he's not going to be coming back here, Sean.
It's just.
We will find you, and we will kill you.
I need to set up an out of a home somewhere. I'm on a homestead.
Oh right, I was gonna do that, weren't I? You'll all have a magical Christmas present next week.
Thank you. I really need a homestead for stuff.
Because reasons.
I need it for reasons.
A house.
You just want to use your chairs and tables.
Not that kind of reasons, but yeah, sure.
She
let's
wants
go
to
with
keep
that.
her pets there, so she don't gotta worry about them being.
I want to breed flying snakes.
With what? You only have one.
I'll find another.
No, just leave it with the snack.
Nah, she's gonna breed it with a wolf.
No, Sean. I
Oh
want
my
to
god, a
breed,
monstrosity.
I want to breed flying snakes so that when Nick tries to kill my flying snakes, I can just pull out another one.
Oh, cool.
I mean, try and find a way of binding it as your civilian, and you don't have to worry about it.
Actually, I can do one better.
Hold on. Are we having this conversation as we're leaving?
No, this is a general conversation in out of.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway,
Set up a homestead outside. Yes. 5 evils, bitches.
why is Renee echoing?
I don't know. Wait, everyone stay silent for a second. Renee, say something.
Bitches.
Okay, it was only when someone else was talking. Never mind.
Strange.
Anyway.
I blame Sean.
You blame me for everything.
Anyway. So I'm assuming you're all left now,
Yeah.
Cult time.
and
No,
and
we're all right. Okay, sorry.
and I'm assuming nobody noticed what I did.
The natural 19.
19.
You go outside, and Jerd and the wolf are unconscious.
Solid.
No.
Yeah, I kind of wasn't too surprised. Well, at least the method's fine.
Check it,
The mephit is kind of hid in a tree. Oh, that's an
Because
echo.
he forgot to roll for the method.
What did you do? What happened to your brother? I say, speaking to the method.
Well,
Some dude came and
a
knocked
bat,
Look me in the eye and
a-
tell me what happened.
a bat flew out, became a man, and then
Oh,
donk,
man.
and then donk flew off again.
Why is Nick rolling another? Sorry, I thought Nick was rolling things.
That vampire is very lucky that it wasn't within 20 feet of its ogre.
I let go of Sean's hand and run over to Judd to make sure he's okay.
Yeah, I want Gemma. Can you? That didn't make sense.
The-
Yeah.
He seems okay. He's just a bit groggy.
Oh, my boy.
Just time to pet dog.
Squish
all I
his
need.
cheeks.
But with that, you hear another scream again.
Hell yeah, gonna go do that next.
We already decided where we were going. Going to the cultist, right?
Yeah.
If it's still there. I
Fair.
wonder if the vampire killed them. Or if they're working for the vampire.
You look up to the you look up to the moon and you just see a bat hovering there.
Wait.
Give him the middle finger.
I'm
Wait.
gonna try and get an arrow at him.
Dex save to give him the middle finger.
You just swear. You just
Acid splash at him and have him.
No, Sean, keep that to yourself
He
and
is
shut your
a
mouth.
shadow on the moon. You do not have the range.
nobody has the range.
I have the range to give him the middle finger.
Well, you're just swearing at a shadow, so we can't really see it. But yeah,
I'd also like to shout piss
Actually,
off
wait.
ghost.
How far away is he? Like 100
Yeah,
feet?
what kind of feet are we looking
120
at?
feet?
about 250.
About how far?
It's a full moon, and he's somewhat flying in front of it, but he's miles away.
No, so how many feet?
200-300.
Okay, right, no.
Don't tell me you're gonna shoot him.
25 for a longbow shot.
Nat
Boy,
20.
Yeah.
Nick, just
She has 600 feet of longbow range.
Nick, sorry, just a heads up, your stream is not coming up as D&D.
Huh?
It's also a nat 20 plus 5.
But anyway,
She's happy.
He hurt my snag.
you see it hit. You see it hit, but it kind of. You see it hit, but it kind of. As it hits, there's a poof around the arrow.
You
I
might
nat
have
20'd it.
I don't.
That bitch is taking damage.
One does not care. It poofed. It was not actually there.
illusion.
Need to stop
Alright.
giving measurements in feet. It's what
Alright.
we like.
Well, what are we doing now?
Well,
Calling it a night, I think.
are we calling it a night outside the mausoleum?
No.
Before we do anything, I want to hold Sean's hand again.
You're still doing that this entire
You
time.
hadn't let go.
No, she let go to run over to Jerd.
So I just want to hold his hand again.
Okay, and we will end it outside the mausoleum for this evening.
Nice.
TT for now, Streamios.